This is an Ellis Mowers and Mower small engine repair. Stay connected on Instagram and Facebook at Ellis Mowers and More. Comments or questions? Leave them below or email me, ellis@ellismowers.com. Parts used in today's repair are found using the links in the description below. And as always, like and subscribe for more small engine content. On today's repair, it is Frankenmower time. We haven't done one of these in a good little while. I figured that now is a good time to try it out. I have a trade-in, a Murray 20-inch that has the usual problem where the back wheel rusts and comes off of it, like the deck breaks off. Not really worth fixing because of these paper-thin decks and everything. It's just gonna be a, a slippery slope if I just fix one thing and then another thing will happen to it. But either way, I have a good 20-inch Murray deck that's from like the 90s, and the engine on it is just a pressure washer engine that doesn't have the correct shaft on it. So all we're going to do is take that engine and put on this deck. Let's get started. And we can almost call this a trade series because this is the fourth mower in the line of trades that I have received. The first machine was a big wheel push mower that was also a Frankenmower that I got a Toro recycler front drive self-propel plus some cash. Traded that for a Boland's basic push mower that needed the valve adjustment. All those two mowers have been seen on the channel plus some cash, and then I got some cash plus this for the Boland's push mower. So I thought about trying to fix fix this over here on the rear. But again, like I said, it's just going to be a slippery slope because usually these right here start rusting and breaking and things along those lines. And I have although it's a little dirty right now, an almost mint condition Murray deck right here that is from sometime in the 90s. I was able to cobble up a cable and a handle for it. So we've got that. It's going to operate exactly like it should. I have plenty of blades for these Murrays, so that's not a big deal at all. And as long as we can get these mounting bolts off of this engine without stripping them out, then we can just take this engine and just pop it on here, put a blade on it, and be done with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put y'all on time lapse. You're just going to watch me go to town. It's really easy. You just have to take the blade off. You have to take 3 bolts off and take your cable end off over here, and you're good to go. So let me get started on it. So that's all it is to hooking one of these up. I do need to put a blade on it. I'm going to find those adapters here in just a second. And then again, the last step is just to put the cable back in. And we've got a machine that's again, looks really, really good. The only thing I'm going to do, since I was able to get the adapter off of this engine, that's a Craftsman adapter, because I think these Craftsman blades, these AYP blades, are sometimes a little bit too short for these. And also I want to get, I can use these a lot more if I can get a Murray adapter. I can use these blades a lot more if I can find a Murray adapter and put a Murray blade on it, which I do have. So I'm going to find those, put that on there, and I'll show you that it runs and everything. We'll clean it up and we'll be done with this very soon. Alright, I put the pull rope and everything on it. And once we clean this up, it's going to look really, really nice. I found a Murray blade. I didn't find a Murray adapter, but they just use friction as it is. And I was able to shear down a Craftsman adapter and then put the big washer on it. So that should give us enough friction in order for that blade to not move anywhere. That's the way Murray did it. So when it comes to, you know, not even having like little keepers or anything, this blade's a little bit heavier than that Craftsman blade. It actually makes this engine run better and not surge as much as it was when it was on that little Murray deck right there, the really thin deck. And I'll let y'all hear it run here. Let it run for a few minutes. Just a tiny bit of surging on the engine, but these 300Es that are just the basic bare bones push mower engines, almost all of them seem to do that. So I'm going to check the air filter, change the oil, and we should be pretty much done here very soon, and I'll show you the finished product. Gave it a quick bath, and she's ready to rock and roll. I'll show you how well it runs again. I think that'll work for a cheap little push mower that I have about 45 minutes of work in, huh? How about that? So that is the 101 on making a Frankenmower. Luckily, the original gray Murray push mower actually was taken pretty decent care of. It wasn't rusted out or anything along those lines. Just that area in the deck gets that, it just gets stressed out and will break over time. He got 10 years out of a $140, $150 push mower. I think he did pretty good. This machine is gonna hopefully last somebody another few years, maybe 10 or more. This deck is in amazing shape, considering that it's a 90s Murray deck. I think somebody has swapped the wheels out on it, so the wheels are fairly new. The engine is the one that came off of there, which actually was taken good care of. I looked at the oil was clean and full, didn't even have to change it. Put a new blade on it to match the Murray blade if they decide to ever get a new blade for it or something along those lines. And it runs just fine. Air filter's in pretty decent shape. Again, somebody's going to pick this up for 50 or 60 bucks and just use it as a nice little trim mower. And we save another full mower from the dump. That deck I'll part out, take the wheels off, the chute, and the handle, and save it for another project on down the line, because it's not worth fixing that portion of the deck just for a cheapo mower like that. And I've got plenty of mower decks in the back, so it's not that big of a deal to just get rid of that. We have plenty of other mowers here as well, but just wanted to try and knock this one out also before the end of the season. Maybe we'll get a trade on this one. We'll see. If we do, I'll let you know and make a video about it. But we are, man, if I can do some quick math here, the original mower I sold for $75, and then I got, or would have sold for $75. I got, I believe, 60 and some, and the Toro, then I got 100, so that's $160. I believe actually the original mower was 100. So after the second transaction, I had $160 plus 50 is 210, plus whatever the sale is that I got on this. So we turned essentially a $100 mower into $250, so to speak. So that's the value of trades. Obviously, is really good. All these trades I really had to put a ton of work into, and I didn't really have to put any money into them except for one of them, that Toro. Thanks again for watching, guys. I know these mowers are pretty cool, very basic push mowers, but basic push mowers in the 90s were made much better than basic push mowers in the 2010s. Thanks again, y'all, and I'll catch you on the next one.